Hola chicos, aquí está la señora Barquero y hoy vamos a hablar sobre el pretérito. Okay, the preterite is a tense that is usually used to talk about past actions. Okay, so our learning objective for this lesson is going to be first, can I identify when the preterite tense is used and how to form it, and then a more challenge objective will be if you're able to conjugate the preterite tense of both regular verbs that they follow the same pattern always and irregular verbs, verbs that they behave slightly differently to the normal verbs. Okay, I'm giving you also some keywords in there, and I will ask you to have a pen and paper nearby, because it will be useful if you can just jot down some notes as we're going on. Also, at certain times of the presentation, I will be asking you to stop the video, do the exercise you have in front of you, the task, and then reinitiate the video so you can see the answers. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so what is the preterite? El pretérito, as we say it in Spanish, is a past tense and is used to talk about things which happened in the past and they are already being seen as completed. So something that happened last week or last year. I'm giving you over there 4 examples in English. Okay, so for example, yesterday I went to the shop. That's an action that happened in the past. It has been completed. Last week I visited my grandparents. Last year, James went to Germany. And finally, last summer, Marie and Mark went swimming in the sea. Okay? So now we're going to have a look at how we form the preterite in Spanish. Okay? So the step 1 will be to look at the infinitive. Remember, that's the to-do form of the verb. Okay? In Spanish, the infinitives end up in AR, ER, or IR. So we have to look at the infinitive on its own. Okay? Second step is we'll remove the endings, the AR, ER, or IR of the verb. So the 3 examples I've put in there is escuchar, to listen. So that will become escuch. Comer, to eat. I will chop off the ER and it will become. And vivir, to live. We chop the IR, and it will become beef. And then we will have to add endings depending on who is doing the action. Okay, so we're going to have a quick look at the endings, and we have to add the appropriate ending depending on who is doing the action and the verb ending in its infinitive. Okay, so for AR verbs, for example, hablar, yeah, we chop the AR and we add those endings depending who is doing the action. For the yo, which means I, we'll put e, so hablar will become hablé, I spoke. Okay, for the you verb, you form of the verb will be haste, and for the he or she, él or ella, will be o. For nosotros, which is the we form of the verb, will be hamos. For vosotros will be hasteis, and for the they, so ellos or ellas, will be Aaron. Okay, it always follows the same pattern and the same order. What I would ask you again to do is just look for patterns, look for things that repeat themselves, because that will give you a really good idea on how to use the endings, and also make sure that you can stick those endings in your head, because there's no other way around it. You'll have to learn them by heart. Okay, so we're going to do a bit of practice now. All right. Let me move this little thing in here so you can see what we're going to be doing. Okay? Okay, so I wrote. How would I say I wrote? The verb is escribir. Pause the video if you like and try to write it down on your piece of paper. I'm going to give you the answer shortly. Okay, escribí with the I at the end, because escribir, the infinitive, is an IR verb, so therefore we will have to use this column. Okay? Okay, they chatted. chatearon. Chatearon. Okay, so the verb is chatear, and the ending that we'll have to use is aron here. Okay, right. Next one. We watched. The verb is ver. Okay. Vimos. Vimos. Okay, so the verb is ver, which is this one. So the verb ending will be imos. Okay. You listened. So escuchar, and you have to do in the you singular. We'll use aste. Okay. Sorry, astes. I didn't realize we were doing the plural. Okay. So the plural is this one, astes in here. Okay. Right. Next one. She watched. Again, the verb is ver. Vio. Okay, we're using this one. I hope it's clear. We're going to do lots more practice to make sure that we know how we do it. Okay. The other thing you have to bear in mind in here, I've just put the 3 verbs in here with all the endings next to it in a different color, so you can see it. We have a set of endings for the AR verbs, and the set of endings for ER and IR verbs are exactly the same. Okay, so you only have to learn 2 sets of endings for these tense. I would suggest that you should write this down somewhere if you haven't got it in a booklet, because it does really, really help. And with that, what I would like you to do is to pause the video now and try to complete this template on your own, this grid, sorry, on your own, and see if you can add the verb endings in there. Okay? I'm going to add the verb endings now. Okay? And now we're going to do a little bit of an exercise here where you have in here the verb in Spanish, and I want you to pick either option B, A, B, or C as what would be the right translation. Okay, I've just done the first one for you. So volví means I returned. Okay. Número 2. Bebí. Will it be you drank, I drank, or he or she drank? Is write A, B, or C in your paper. I drank. Okay, very well done to those that got it right. Next one. Escribió. Again, I'm going to give you about 5 seconds to complete that. She wrote or he wrote. Okay, and next one, salieron. They went out. Okay, one more, vendimos. We sold. And that's it. Okay, so the next activity I would like you to do, again, you're going to have to pause the video because I will show the answers pretty quickly, is we are connecting the verbs, they're all in the preterite, with the right complement of the verb. So for example, una pizza, we're going to have to find I ate a pizza, okay? And you're going to have to be joining in. So I'll do the first one for you, bailé, which means I danced. Bailé en la discoteca. Okay, I'm going to just give 10 seconds now while you can pause the video, and then I'm going to give you the answers, okay? Okay, and these are the answers. Bebí una Fanta, canté en el karaoke, comí una pizza, compré un álbum en iTunes, descargué un álbum en iTunes, escuché la nueva canción de Ed Sheeran, fui al cine, salí con mi hermano y me gustó mucho el argumento. Okay, Now, as an extra challenge, you could create your own sentence and use a verb in the past tense and add something that complements the verb and create a small sentence. Okay? Now, this is about the irregular verbs. Obviously, in Spanish, we always have those few verbs that they just do their own thing and they behave completely differently. Okay? We also have those verbs in English. We just seem to learn them from the word go, and then we just don't realize they are behaving differently. Yeah, okay. So the first one and most popular, yeah, is these two verbs, verbs ser and ir, and both of them actually are conjugated exactly the same in the past tense, okay, in the preterite tense. So, yo fui, tú fuiste, él o ella fue, nosotros fuimos, vosotros fuisteis, ellos fueron. Both verbs, to be and to go, ser and ir, mean exactly the same in the past tense. So, how do we know if it's ser or ir in a sentence? Have a little think on how would we know. I'm giving you two examples in there. Fui al supermercado o fue fantástico. And most of you would have guessed by now that really you know which verb we're using by the context, okay? So, fui al supermercado is I went to the supermarket. Fue fantástico is it was fantastic, okay? So, it should be pretty easy and straightforward to translate them and use them at the same time, okay? So, this is the verb in the preterite that we use the most, but also I'm going to go very quickly through 2 or 3 other verbs as well. And they do come up quite often as well. Not as often as these two, but often nevertheless. Okay, so you have the verb to do, hacer, and it is very irregular as well. So, hice, hiciste, hizo. Hicimos, hicisteis, hicieron. Okay, the one that you have to look out for is the third person in here, hizo. Because the verb hacer, we use it for time weather phrases. Okay, so for example, I can say hace sol, that means it's sunny, but if I want to say it was sunny, I would say hizo sol. Okay, so that's something that you will be using as well. Okay, both I think the hizo form of the verb and also the hice, yeah, I did. Okay, the other verb is the verb decir, to say. So dije, dijiste, dijo, dijimos, dijisteis, dijeron. And the verb ver. The verb ver is irregular only a little bit, yeah. So you will see it in a lot of context, different context. For example, yo vi is I saw. Tú viste is you saw. Vio, he or she saw. Vimos, we saw. Visteis, you plural saw. And vieron is they saw. Okay. Now, I would like again to grab that pen and paper of yours, and I would like you to look at these 10 sentences and try to put the right verb in each sentence, okay? You have all the verbs already here in the first square, and what you need to do is look at it, look at the context, and just find the appropriate verb to fill in the grid, okay? I'm going to give you 5 seconds, but please stop the video and you can just complete this activity on your own. Right, I'm going to give you the answers now. So, número 1, Juan compró una nueva camiseta. Número 2, mi madre y yo fuimos al museo. Número 3, Elena y Carlos comieron su desayuno. Número 4, el año pasado yo viajé a México. Número 5, ¿estudiaste francés en el instituto? Número 6, mis padres bebieron vino con la cena. Número 7, anoche yo salí al cine con mis amigos. Número 8, ¿visitasteis Madrid o Barcelona? Número 9, Pedro escribió un mensaje a su amigo en su móvil. Y número 10, mi padre vendió su coche viejo. Okay, excelente, fantástico. Okay, so We have one more activity. This is the last one. I'm giving you the verbs in the green square, sorry, in the blue square, and you just need to choose your chili. So chili 1 is a bit easier than chili 2. It's always easier to translate from Spanish into English than the other way around. Again, pause the video and see if you can complete both chilis if possible. One of them if you are just too tired, okay? I will put this presentation somewhere on the channel as well, so you can actually use it at your own leisure too, okay? So again, pause the video. I'm going to give you 5 seconds now, and then I will be giving you the answers to finish the lesson. Okay, these are the answers. Okay, and there you go. We have done lots of practice about the preterite, the simple past tense. We haven't included the time phrases, but that's something we'll do at a later date. But that is always nice and complements lovely the whole sentence when you can just refer when the action happens. So, for example, I'll give you an example on visitamos el museo. We could have said, la semana pasada visitamos el museo. Okay, but that will be another lesson. Right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Muchas gracias por escucharme y hasta muy pronto. Adiós.